How's everyone doing? Today I have a Blu-ray collection update with 5 pickups. If you've seen any of these ones, definitely let me know what you think of them and let me know which one of these is your favorite. Leave me those comments down below. I've got a box set, Blu-ray TV show series, which is pretty exciting. I like to see more of the TV series on Blu-ray. I feel like there's a lot of ones on DVD. But first up is the new 4K limited edition Steelbook for Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. I love that Paramount is re-releasing these. The Steelbook box set before, it was like the white background, kind of like that orangish. I didn't really care for that at all. I like that theatrical poster artwork. That is just classic and just amazing. I love a lot of these classic theatrical, especially like the 80s, those hand-painted ones. So really love the design for this. It's the same disc, it's just repackaged on here, and it looks so much nicer in my opinion. And there is a digital copy, and it comes with the mini poster too, which I will go ahead and show you. A mini impromptu unboxing. There's the disc artwork right there. Again, the same as the previous Steelbook release, but that's an awesome shot right there. Short round, right front and center on there. Great character. But I love the heck out of this one. Let me know what your favorite Steven Spielberg movie is outside of like some of the big ones. Jaws, E.T., Raiders of the Lost Ark, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, all those kind of really big, Saving Private Ryan, like all those really big ones. What's your favorite one outside of that? Or maybe give me some underrated Steven Spielberg movies. But there's that awesome shot right there. And Temple of Doom, Harrison Ford, iconic in the role. Again, I love that they re-released these. These Steelbooks look so much nicer than the previous set. And I also didn't like for that previous release for the Steelbook set, the packaging, the outer like slip box was really thin and flimsy, which was surprising. But Paramount's been doing a great job for their catalog titles too. They're releasing a bunch. I'm so happy. We're getting Coneheads next month. What's Eating Gilbert Grape, which is such an awesome one. We're also getting What Women Want, which I love the heck out of that one. Mel Gibson in there and Helen Hunt. But I'd love to see This Boy's Life with Leonardo DiCaprio, who's also in What's Eating Gilbert Grape with Johnny Depp. But I'd love to see This Boy's Life with young Leo and Robert De Niro. That deserves a Blu-ray release. I think that one's really underrated. But a Steven Spielberg movie that I think needs a 4K release is Minority Report. I love the heck out of that one. Really good sci-fi action movie. And I feel like that's so fitting for a 4K release. Catch Me If You Can is another one that is, I think, underrated a bit for Steven Spielberg. Terminal 2. Next up is a Western TV show. This is an AMC series, and I haven't seen this one yet. Let me know what your favorite Western movie and TV show is. But it's called That Dirty Black Bag Season 1. And it has Douglas Booth and Dominic Cooper in here. And it's basically, set in the Wild West. And there's a sheriff who is, incorruptible. And then a, wild and crazy bounty hunter called Red Bill who decapitates his victims and stuffs their head into a dirty black bag. Hence, I guess, the title right there. And they kind of square off. And, it shows nobody's invincible and predators may become the prey. And I'm digging the Western genre. There's been some really good ones coming out. There needs to be more Western horror movies. I think of the movie The Burrowers, which I think is really underrated. Never hear anybody talk about that one, kind of creature feature, Western horror. And then Bone Tomahawk is incredible. That ending, brutal, but love that one. Ghost Town is another one from the 80s that has a Scream Factory release. I really enjoy the heck out of that one. But looking forward to checking this one out. Again, I love Westerns, my third favorite genre. And I'll just go ahead and show you the 2-disc set in here. And I like that it's both the characters again. Kind of that seems good and evil, that classic tale, but it looks like it's going to be a lot of gray area from what I can see. Next up is a Sony Pictures Classics release. It's The Duke, and I think this is based off of a true story about this 60-year-old taxi driver who stole Goya's Portrait of the Duke of Wellington from the National Gallery in London. It's the first and so far remains the only theft in the gallery's history. And it's a really interesting story. I want to find out more about this one. I think it's really intriguing. He said he would return the painting depending on if the government would agree to provide television for free to the elderly, which I think is so great. And so It's basically only 50 years later did the full story come out, and you learn about him and his family and things like that, and how apparently stealing this really like helped the family. But you have Helen Mirren in here and Jim Broadbent. I remember seeing Helen Mirren in this older movie from the, I want to say like early 80s called Hussy. She was stunning back in the day, and I think she's still incredibly talented. But looking forward to checking this one out. Sony Pictures Classics released a lot of great films that I'm interested in. So if you're, not just looking for, Marvel movies and mainstream stuff, I would definitely check out Sony Picture Classics releases. A lot of depth to their releases usually. Next up is Yellowjackets Season 1, and then you have a certified fresh Rotten Tomatoes sticker right on there, which I'm going to peel off because, again, I think Rotten Tomatoes is a trash rating site. There's no middle ground. That's what I think about them. It's like a 90 or a 10. And I remember they had that, I was talking about this recently, Black Panther was rated #1 greatest movie of all time and the greatest action movie of all time. And I think it's still rated number 6th greatest movie of all time on their list, which is mind-blowing to me. It's not even the greatest Marvel movie, but that's just, I can't stand them. If you want like a legitimate rating site, IMDB is the place to go to. But this one sounds interesting. I've heard a lot of like rave reviews for it. A lot of exclusive special features here. And I like the cast a lot here. You've got Melanie Linsky from Castle Rock and 2.5 Men. She's been in a bunch of things. I think she's really quirky and unique. You also have Christina Ricci in here, Juliette Lewis. And then you have one Tawny Cypress, who I'm not too familiar with. But to me, it sounds very much like the movie Alive with Ethan Hawke. Was the Uruguayan like rugby team crashing in the mountains. So it reminds me of that aspect, but meets Lord of the Flies, the female version here, because it's about a high school girls soccer team, and they're left stranded in the northern wilderness after a plane crash, and they descend into savage clans, and they have to fight to survive, and there's cliques and stuff like that. So it just reminds me of like female version of Lord of the Flies meets the movie Alive. But again, I've heard a lot of great things, and from what I've seen from the trailers, there's like, it shows them when they're kids to now adults, and flashbacks and stuff like that. So some exclusive special features on here. Yellowjackets, the female lens, and favorite moments. And again, this was on Showtime, and it's 4 discs in here. Right there, and if you take them out, there is, right there, the episode guides. So I appreciate when releases have that, and I'm definitely looking forward to checking this one out. Let me know what your favorite TV show is on currently, and then Charmed, which is late 90s to mid 2000s. Let me know what your favorite TV show was from like the 90s and 2000s. And this is the complete series right here. And you've got the main crew right here: Shannon Doherty, Rose McGowan, Alyssa Milano, and then the other girl, Holly Marie Combs. So this is released from CBS and Paramount right here. They're releasing a lot of really good TV shows. So I'm going to do an unboxing of this one coming up soon. But you get the idea right there with each season having its own case, which I definitely like that. There's, I guess, 8 seasons in total. But I remember this was super popular when I was growing up. And let me know who your favorite actress is, favorite character on here. But there you go. Those are the 5 pickups. If you've seen any of them, definitely let me know what you think of them. Let me know which one of these is your favorite. And let me know what I should watch first, because I've seen only Temple of Doom, and I haven't seen the rest. So it gives me a lot to check out, especially TV shows season-wise. I feel like I'm usually more into movies, but there's been some really good TV shows. I've been binging True Detective. So give me some TV recommendations for me to check out too. So some interesting sounding stuff, and I'm excited to check these out. Once I do view them, I'll talk about them more in depth in a future video. And let me know what you guys have picked up recently as well. Leave me all those comments down below, and hope everybody's doing well. Take care.